Hey, welcome back. In this very quick section, we'll understand what exactly is off-page SEO. Before we understand off-page SEO, let me tell you a story. There was a boy called as David. David was really sincere, was very, neat and tidy in his home. He was very studious. The moment he enters his home, he used to act really an obedient child. He was also great at his studies. He used to keep his books well. He used to arrange his shelf really well. He used to keep his entire, wardrobe clean. He was really a good boy in his home. But in his home, there was somebody very senior. His grandfather was always having a close eye on him. And he used to follow him what exactly he's doing when he is out from the home, right? Out from the home. He used to follow David and see that he was having not a that decent circle. His friends were really rowdy, right? So one day David's grandfather tried to explain him that it is very much important to be equally obedient and sincere, just not inside the home but outside the home also, because the character of a human being or the credibility of a human being is judged by how exactly he is behaving with his family member within his home and also outside in the colony, society and his town and other remote locations. Similarly, boys and girls, this grandfather in the World Wide Web is Google, and this David is nothing but your website. So Google says no matter how great your website is, no matter how well you have optimized your website with the keywords, how well you have done a great user interface, how amazing user experience that you are creating, no matter your website speed might be really high, the only important thing that Google will just not look at is what's happening within your website, but Google will also look at what's happening, what people are talking about your website, your product outside the periphery of your website. That means how exactly you have got reference from different social media avenues like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, how well people are talking about you on question and answer forum like quora.com, answer.com, whether have you gone out onto the directories like Groupon, maybe on Just Dial, IndiaMart, how well you have listed yourself on those directories, how well people are talking about you in discussion forum websites just like Reddit. So Google will also look at what reputation, what is the word of mouth, or what sort of excitement about your company is being shared in an external avenue, and how people are linking to your website from different other websites will determine the overall credibility of website and will make sure that how well you rank on Google. It's not only about what you do on your website, but what are the activities that you are doing beyond the boundary of the website is very important. So now let us understand what are the different avenues from where you can get a reference called as backlinks, so that Google can identify your website as a trustworthy website. People from across the globe are referring to your website, and eventually Google will feel that yes, the website content that you have is really updated and useful and helpful for the visitors, and eventually you win the trust of Google and rise to the top of Google search engine result page. So there are multiple sources from where you can get backlinks. Backlinks are nothing but the reference that you get from the content that is published in different other avenues on web platforms like question and answer forums, discussion forums, directories, social bookmarking sites, blogs owned by different other bloggers. So the different avenues plus many image sharing sites. What exactly you can do is you have to make a list of all the avenues which are highly authoritative in the eyes of Google, that is meant for the credibility, that is following the content policies of Google, and you have to make sure how you can collaborate with those platforms and get backlinks from those websites. Thus we understand that backlinks play a very important role to prove the credibility of your website. Until now we have understood that it is just not about the on-page SEO, but off-page SEO also plays an important role. That means it is all about the backlinks. There is a big misconception that in today's SEO world, that if you just create backlinks, your website will rise to the top of Google search engine result page. Of course, it was a matter of past. Right now it is not the case. Google also look at your on-page SEO very keenly. What is the freshness of your content, how well you have updated your content, whether you are from an authoritative source or not, And of course, whether have you got links, which is a part of an off-page SEO from credible, authentic sources. So there are different ways how you can actually create backlinks. So in this quick section, we'll understand what are the different avenues from you can create backlink. The most important avenue or the tactic how you can get backlink is by self-creation. That means you make a list of all the avenues like directory, like question and answer websites. You have to also make sure you make a list of all the social bookmarking websites, all PPT submission websites, PDF submission website. You have to also make sure that you create a list of all the image sharing websites, social media websites. Plus, you have to also make sure that how you can collaborate with different bloggers so that you can contribute an article in those blogs and create a backlink from those blogs onto your website. So the very first thing is called as the self-creation tactic, where you go out and you create backlinks from different other sources. This is one of the best tactics if you are beginning your SEO from a fresh new website when your company is not that branded and you are not having a lot of funds. It is one of the best way to get started with creating an off-page strategy using self-created backlinks. The second way, I would say, it is outreach method. Outreach method is more or less like an influencer marketing strategy when you connect with influential bloggers and collaborate with them, maybe on a paid collaboration basis, or you just need to do a barter method and you collaborate with them, you contribute an article or pay them certain amount of money and hire them to write about your content, about your website, publish an article and get a backlink from those websites, So these are the most two prominent ways how you can get backlinks. However, there are multiple other growth hacking ways how you can master the art of creating backlinks from different other sources. Off-page SEO is a very intense subject. At least you need to be doing an internship, or maybe your first job in SEO can make you an expert or an intermediate level in off-page SEO or creation or backlink creation. Today, backlink creation is one of the most effective and most efficient SEO skill every fresher must be learning these days. Now in this section, we will understand how exactly you can figure out that which particular avenue suits you the best. Number one, you have to understand the avenues from where you are getting the backlink should be relevant. That means the backlink that you get should be highly relevant to the content of your website. That means you just cannot get a backlink from a website that is somewhere talking about mobile app development and you are a pet care company, right? The two websites are completely irrelevant. You might be thinking, hey, I have a friend who is running a mobile app development company. I just call him and say that, hey, why don't you write a content and refer your visitors through a backlink to my company, which is a pet training company. Google will immediately understand it's an irrelevant backlink and you are not going to get any sort of point or any sort of benefit from that backlink. So you have to also make sure that the backlinks that you are generating from different locations should be highly relevant. The second important aspect is the authority part. What exactly is the authority part? Now, authority is actually really subjective. Many companies like Ubersuggest, Moz have come up with their own rating and point system where they actually scan the whole website, looking at the content of the website, the number of backlinks it has created, the entire popularity of the website. They give a score. Most of the time, the most popular scoring mechanism is called as the domain authority. Domain authority is nothing but it is a scoring system that ranges from 0 to 100 and it has been denoted by a company called as Moz. So higher the DA, Moz says that you have a better authority in your niche or you have a better authority on the web world. Pertaining to the DA that has been allotted by the Moz, we figure out and we do a kind of a understanding that which are the websites from where you can actually create backlinks, where you can create the backlinks. So let's say, for example, your website domain authority is 20. So you have to make sure that you need to get backlinks from the sources having the authority more than 20. This is how you can improve your DA as well, which we often say as link juice. Link juice are nothing but the link power that you draw from the domain authority of different websites and improve the DA of your website. And of course, DA is also one of the important aspects or one of the search engine algorithms that plays a very important role. However, Moz has already declared on their website that DA doesn't play, a role in ranking of a website. But after doing 13 years of SEO, what we have figured out that somewhere somehow DA also plays an important role. It's not only about the DA, there are 200 plus rules and regulations that we discussed, that a website need to follow to get a very top rank on Google. So I hope the concepts around backlink, the concepts around off-page is pretty much clear now. So see you soon in the next chapter.